This is Professor McAllister. This is a second level English class. What we're going to go over here is the 7 parts of speech. Are we familiar with the class?
Yeah.
What's the first one?
Noun.
Right. The second one?
Pronoun.
Verbs.
Adverbs.
Adjective.
Preposition. Interaction. Conjunction.
Right. We're looking at interjection, interaction, conjunction, right? So English is derived from the Anglo-Saxon word for this particular language that we speak. So we have nouns. What do nouns do? It describes a person, place, thing, or idea. So the question arose as to where do we put a dog? Now, if you have a response for me, I just want you to speak up, okay? Dog. Where do we put dog? Is a dog a thing?
Yes.
But can we be more specific in terms of categorizing a dog? A being, some kind of being, right? An animal, from the animal species, right? An animal comes from anima, soul, right? Anima means soul. Pronoun does what? Speak up. What does a pronoun do?
Replaces the noun.
What is a verb?
Action word.
Action.
It shows action, right? What is an adverb? It modifies,
The verb.
right, and it usually ends in what? Correct. What is an adjective?
A word that describes something.
Describes the noun.
It describes a noun. To be more specific. How about preposition? We didn't really get into prepositions, did we? Okay, that's a whole different area. And we got the conjunction which ties sentences together, right? Articles, a, the, an, those type of words, or but. Now, we created a sentence, didn't we? A red dress is Tanaka wearing, right? But the original sentence was, Tanaka is wearing a red dress. Pause. Okay, so here we have it. We created a sentence so we could fit each of these parts of speech categories into this sentence to come up with some kind of formula. And I did mention earlier that Microsoft Word and some of these artificially intelligent driven grammatical programs in English actually follow some of these rules. Because a computer can't really understand what a word is, can it? But you can program it in binary to recognize. Right. That's why they call it artificial intelligence. You as a human species are real intelligence. Machines are artificial intelligence because we program them. Tanaka is wearing a red dress. What is Tanaka within these categories?
A noun.
What is wearing?
A verb.
What is red?
Adjective.
And what is dress?
Noun.
How many nouns do we have?
2.
This is a person. What is the dress?
A thing.
Okay. What was, okay, so we labeled it. Tanaka is a noun. What is?
Time.
Time, right? Past, present, or future. What is wearing?
Verb.
A is an article depicting number. So A is a single dress, 1. Red is a color and is an adjective describing the noun dress. What is a period?
An ending.
Right, a complete
Sentence.
a complete thought. Now I asked you to reinterpret this original sentence to see if the basic formula governing this original sentence that hopefully makes sense to a large majority can be reinterpreted, convoluted by changing certain words, right? So we went from the bottom up. Tanaka is dressed wearing a red. Can that make sense?
It can, but it doesn't.
Is this something where then maybe the American Indians interpreted English to a certain degree?
Yeah.
So they're hearing what you're saying, but they're reinterpreting it
Right.
to
Okay.
fit their concept of what you're trying to say. Red dress is wearing a Tanaka. Okay? So you have to, it's within context. You have to know who Tanaka is, which is the subject of this sentence, but now you're putting Tanaka at the end of the sentence. So we did come to an agreement that the noun person should come at the beginning of a sentence so that we can expand on what that person is doing within context of a situation. This one here was Tanaka is a red dress. Wearing is Tanaka is a red dress. So we use the word is twice, right? But the original only had it once. But, I mean, you could double dip. What makes this so crazy and convoluted, though? Worse than the last two, right?
The verb,
The verb is where?
the beginning.
Come on. How could you have action in the beginning without a noun?
No.
And where was the dress?
I did.
All the way to the end. So you waited that long. But over here we waited that long too, though. It worked here. But we knew we were talking about a person who's wearing the red dress. How about this one? A red dress Tanaka is wearing. A red dress Tanaka is. Can that make sense? Can it?
Yes.
It could make sense. A red dress Tanaka's wearing. Come on.
Yeah.
How about a red dress is Tanaka wearing?
Yeah.
It could make sense.
It could make sense too.
So which is the worst one here?
Wearing is Tanka is a red dress.
Who came up with this one? That was you, Ray? Wow. This is a good example, though. All right? So, when a lot of these formulaic English language methods of interpretation are programmed into a word processor, it kind of helps you, right? But shouldn't you be the one in control to know these rules? Right? You should be the one in control. Don't leave it up to the programmers. As a matter of fact, if you're good at this, they're going to hire you. And you might be making 6 figures. All right? Because you got the goods. All right? And you got the fundamentals of all of this. So basically, this is what today's lesson is about. Parts of speech, grammar, in the English language. Whether we're trying to interpret Japanese, Igbo, Maya, Aztec, Polynesian, those are other languages in the world, German, French, Spanish, Latin. Languages are different, all right? So I would imagine most languages have commonalities in them, which is the noun, the verb, what else? The adjective to describe something. It's just incredible how this thing works. So who's the one that came up with these rules? The originators of English, when the British perhaps came here and colonized this part of the world where you had Native American Indians, right? Africans were here as well in this part of the world. They had their own languages. So why would you decimate a whole race of people, civilizations, to impose upon them your language? Why can't we just create a new language with all of this, instead of trying to undermine our culture and our civilization? Is that what happened? Indeed it did. So basically this course will allow you to become a more of a prolific reader, reading other great writers' work. What are some of them? Toni Morrison,
Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou. Okay, you got names. Great writers, 60s, 70s. Whether great writing has happened since the 90s to where we are now, it's another story. Hopefully y'all could be the next, great writers, poetic writers. So I want to thank everyone for coming today. Until next time, signing out.